Yeah, I just can't wait to hear from the man himself and see what it feels like. It's got to feel good to get back in that winner's circle. Let's get an interview in with Muzzy. Muzzy, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Hey, man, congratulations. I know it's got to feel good to get back in the winner's circle.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've been in a bit of a slump the past couple matches, but I did my research today. I knew what he was bringing, and most of the matchups that I got were fairly good. But his, like the when he played his rogue, like I liked my matchups into that, but he just ended up drawing okay, and I couldn't do anything about that. But the final match where I picked my Grim Patron into his Hunter, that felt good.
Yeah,
Like when I went into the matchup and I saw that he brought out Hunter, it felt good.
yeah, all these matches were crazy. Great match back and forth. A lot of great top decks on both ends. I just want to know, going into this match, did you feel like it was a must-win going forward? Did you start to feel a lot of pressure? Have you talked with Jab at all? We've talked about that. You know, your teammate's been doing really well here lately. Did you, get anything from him going into forward as well?
Um, well, I didn't really talk much with him about like matchups and things. Usually we kind of do research on our own, and then if one of us thinks like a good deck it should be brought against someone, we kind of mention it to each other. But going into this one, not really that much. I kind of felt the pressure on me a little bit because it doesn't feel too good having a losing record, and that's why I spent a lot of time researching the past couple days and looking into what he's brought. And a lot of them, and today, as you can see, my research paid off. I got a lot of matchups that I wanted.
I want to continue to talk about the pressure element in this one. You know, you came in with a record that, again, feels like a must-win situation, and we just got word that you actually can't be attending the U.S. is it NA versus China event that you were going to be a part of. Obviously, that's a big disappointment. But you told me that you were okay with that. Obviously, it's disappointing, but you have to take things one step at a time, and that you'd have more opportunities. Talk to us about how you handle the pressure of all of these factors that are outside of your control.
Well, handling pressure for me, I don't know. I just kind of stuff happens. You just kind of have to let it go, move on, and I looked past that. Like obviously, it was a great opportunity for me, and I couldn't really take advantage of it. But there will be more opportunities in the future. So I just kind of put your mindset into that area. You'll get more opportunities. You'll get more chances, and hopefully you can capitalize on those.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. I feel for you, but I love the attitude you have going forward. Now, one thing I want to ask is about your queue ups here in this match and some of your prior ones. I've kind of, been a little harsh on you at times behind the desk about some of your queue ups because it felt like in some of your matchups you maybe were like a little all over the place. I'm sure there was a method behind the madness, but I felt like your queue ups today were very, very good, a lot better, a lot more solid, very good against specifically Kranich as well. Did you know your record coming into this with like your specific queue ups? Because you were, I believe, 8-2 with Druid and Warlock and 1-14 with almost everything else here on HPL.
I didn't actually know that record for the queue up. I just kind of looked more into what Kranich was bringing. Like I saw that he played Druid a lot, like over his matches. That's why I wanted to bring out the Tempo Mage first. But he switched it up and went with the Rogue, and that went in his favor. And then the Paladin too was it was a bit unexpected, but that game ended up working out for me. But after that, like since I won with the Druid against his Paladin, I knew he was going to bring Zoo. Like that was really predictable, and I went into the Mallylock, which has a good matchup against that. And then winning with the Mallylock, he probably thought I would bring it again. That's why he went into his Rogue, since that's favorite for him. But I went into the combo Druid, and it didn't. The game didn't work out. Like I had good draws, but he just ended up getting the better of me. And then the final game, it was a bit tough on what I thought he was going to bring. Like I felt like he could go Rogue again, but if I went Druid again, he could bring out the Zeus. So I just kind of went with a comfort pick with the Patron Warrior, and he ended up going Hunter, and it worked out for me.
Well, you're starting to turn things around now. You pick up your third win in HPL. You got a lot of work to do to get to that top 8 spot, but if you keep yourself focused and keep yourself cool, you can definitely find yourself there. Congratulations on your win tonight.
Thank you.
Young guy with a lot on his mind.
I love hearing his reasoning for playing the Mage deck first. Kranich has actually queued up Druid in game 1, 3 of his last 4 matches in a row. So if he would have sniped him there, he said Kranich kind of got him. He didn't queue up Druid, but if he would have sniped him there and picked off the Druid deck right away, it might have been an easy win.
Yeah, and sort of talking about the way these matches are panning out too. You know, he's talking about getting favorable ones, not getting favorable ones. In every game, it was so back and forth the entire time.
Very close.
It was like unclear who had the advantage. You know, except for on a turn-by-turn basis. You know, just once again, wild swings back and forth. You know, one player plays a minion, it gets answered, and the development behind that, and just the entire game, it kept happening, and a couple draws really deciding who ended up getting the better of this one.
Yeah, I just love hearing from Muzzy that, you know, he took it upon himself, kind of like Jab, his team. I know he said he doesn't talk with them much, but they both at times said, you know, I haven't done well enough yet. I'm going to do more. And you hear him saying, I did a lot of my homework, and it came through with a win for him.
Yeah, if you guys want to see exactly what he's done with that information, you can head over to pvplive.net and check it out for yourself. Full breakdowns, recaps, stats, league standings, full schedule, everything you need to know about the competitive Hearthstone careers of these players is available on the website. So our second match of the books is done now. Second match of the night is in the books. Excuse me. When we come back, we got one more match for you guys, and it's going to be Era versus Dog. Ever creative versus a player who's been a lot more flexible than I expected him to be. When we come back, we're going to be setting up that match and getting underway. You're watching Hearthstone on PvP Live.